Hello Canadian seniors, and welcome. If you are receiving the Guaranteed Income Supplement right now, or if you think you might qualify, the next 10 minutes could protect one of the most important monthly payments in your life. I want to be straightforward with you today. No drama, no scare tactics. Just the real facts, the right numbers, and the exact steps you need to take right now in May 2026. My name is Peter, and I read government announcements, Service Canada releases, and CRA guidelines so that I can pass the most important information along to you in plain language. I am not selling anything. I do not have a course, a membership, or a product. I just want you to have the information you are entitled to have. Let us begin. What is the Guaranteed Income Supplement? The Guaranteed Income Supplement, most people call it the GIS, is a monthly non-taxable payment from the Government of Canada. It is designed specifically for low-income seniors who are already receiving old age security. If your retirement income is limited, the GIS is there to help you cover the basics: food, heat, medication, housing. Right now, in May 2026, the maximum GIS for a single, widowed, or divorced senior is $1,109.85 per month. This is on top of your old age security payment, which is currently $743.05 per month if you are between ages 65 and 74, or $817.36 per month if you are 75 or older. Combined, a single senior with little or no other income can receive close to $1,250 per month in federal benefits, and every dollar of the GIS is completely tax-free. Roughly 1.8 million Canadian seniors receive the GIS every month. Another 240,000 who qualify have never claimed it, leaving over $1 billion in uncollected benefits every single year. If you are not sure whether you qualify, I will walk you through that shortly. The single most important thing you need to know right now. Here is the one fact that this entire video is built around, and I want you to hear it clearly. Every July, Service Canada resets the GIS payment cycle. The new cycle runs from July of this year through to June of next year. To calculate how much GIS you will receive during that period, Service Canada uses your most recently filed income tax return. In this case, your 2025 tax return. If Service Canada does not have your filed 2025 tax return by the time they do their annual review in late June and early July, your GIS payments will stop on July 29th, 2026. Not be reduced, not be delayed by a week. They will stop. This is not new. This is not a secret rule buried in a document. The Government of Canada issued an official announcement on April 9th, 2026, specifically reminding seniors to file their taxes to protect their GIS. The official Canada.ca GIS page states clearly, "You do not pay taxes on your Guaranteed Income Supplement payments, but you must file your taxes by April 30th every year to avoid any disruption of payments." Now, the April 30th deadline has already passed. So where does that leave you if you have not filed yet? If you have not filed your 2025 tax return, act now. The April 30th deadline was the ideal deadline, but the real window of protection is narrower than most people think and slightly wider than April 30th. Service Canada processes tax information shared by the CRA on a rolling basis in May and June. If you file your 2025 return right now, in May 2026, there is still a real chance your GIS will be renewed without interruption on July 29th. However, the longer you wait, the more that chance drops. Every week you delay increases the risk that your July payment will not arrive, or that it will arrive without the GIS portion and show only your OAS amount. That can mean hundreds of dollars missing from a single payment, and it will not be corrected automatically until Service Canada receives and processes your return. So if you have not filed your 2025 income tax return, please treat today as your personal deadline. But I have zero income. Do I still have to file? Yes. This surprises many seniors, but the answer is absolutely yes. Even if your only income is OAS and GIS, even if you have no other earnings whatsoever, you must still file a tax return every year to keep your GIS active. The reason is simple. Service Canada cannot automatically renew your GIS without confirmation of your income from the CRA. Filing your return, even a return showing zero additional income, is how you provide that confirmation. Without it, Service Canada has no basis to renew your benefit, and it will stop. How GIS is calculated. Understanding the clawback. I want to spend a moment on this because it causes a lot of anxiety, and I think that anxiety is sometimes based on misunderstanding. The GIS does reduce as your income rises. For every $2 of income you earn beyond OAS, things like CPP, a small pension, or work earnings, your GIS is reduced by $1. This is sometimes called a clawback, and seniors often worry that earning any extra income will wipe out their GIS entirely. That is not how it works. The reduction is gradual. Let us use a real example. Margaret is 68 years old. She is widowed and lives alone. Her only income beyond OAS is a CPP payment of $500 per month, which works out to $6,000 per year. Under the GIS formula, her monthly benefit is reduced by about $250. That means instead of the maximum $199.85, Margaret receives approximately $859 per month in GIS on top of her $743.05 in OAS. Her total federal benefit is still around $1,600 per month, all of it tax-free. The income threshold for a single senior to receive any GIS at all in 2026 is approximately $22,488 per year in income beyond OAS. If your annual income, not counting your OAS, is below that, you likely qualify for at least some GIS. The lower your income, the closer to the maximum you will receive. One important tool, the Statement of Estimated Income. There is something many seniors do not know about. If your income in 2025 was significantly higher than your income will be in 2026, for example, if you made a large RRSP withdrawal in 2025, or if you stopped working, you do not have to wait for July 2027 for your GIS to reflect that lower income. You can ask Service Canada to recalculate your GIS based on your estimated 2026 income using a form called the ISP 3041, the Statement of Estimated Income. This allows your GIS to be adjusted in your favor now rather than waiting a full year. If this applies to you, call Service Canada at 1-800-277-9914 and ask about this form. How to confirm your tax return has been received. If you have already filed your 2025 return and want to confirm the CRA has it, here is exactly what to do. Log in to my CRA account at canada.ca, my CRA account. When you get to your account, look for the status of your 2025 return. If it says assessed, you are in good shape. Your return has been processed, and the information will be shared with Service Canada for your GIS renewal. If it says in progress, your return is being processed, which is fine if it was filed recently. If it says not received, that means the CRA does not have your return on file, and you need to file immediately. If you do not have internet access or are uncomfortable using the online account, you can call the CRA directly at 1-800-959-8281 and ask an agent to confirm whether your 2025 return has been received and assessed. Free tax filing help available to seniors. If cost or complexity has been the reason you have not filed, I want you to know that free in-person help exists across Canada. The Community Volunteer Income Tax Program, run by the CRA, offers free tax preparation for seniors with modest incomes and simple tax situations. Volunteers at these clinics are trained and certified. The service is entirely free. To find a free tax clinic near you, go to canada.ca and search Free Tax Clinic, or call the CRA at 1-800-959-8281, and they will help you locate one. Many libraries, community centers, and seniors organizations across the country host these clinics. There is also the Simple File by phone service. Some seniors receive an invitation letter from the CRA offering this option. If you receive that letter, you can file your return for free, over the phone without a computer, in about 10 minutes. The CRA pre-fills most of the information and simply asks you to confirm it is correct. If you have that letter, use it. Direct deposit. A simple protection you should have in place. If you receive your OAS and GIS by check, I want to strongly encourage you to switch to direct deposit. With direct deposit, your payment arrives in your bank account on the scheduled payment date, the next one being May 28, 2026, without any risk of a check being lost, delayed in the mail, or stolen. You can set up direct deposit through my Service Canada account at canada.gc.ca, MySCA, or by calling Service Canada at 1-800-277-9914. You will need your bank account information, your transit number, institution number, and account number, which you can find on a void check or by asking your bank. Who qualifies for GIS? A quick checklist. If you are not sure whether you qualify, here is a straightforward checklist. You need to be 65 years of age or older. You need to be a Canadian resident. You need to be receiving old age security. And your annual income, not counting your OAS, needs to be below the threshold for your situation. For a single senior, that threshold is approximately $22,488 per year in 2026. For couples, the threshold depends on whether both partners receive OAS and whether either receives the allowance benefit. If you are already receiving OAS and you have modest income, it is worth checking whether you have ever applied for GIS. As I mentioned, hundreds of thousands of qualifying seniors are not receiving it. You can apply through My Service Canada account online by calling 1-800-277-9914 or by visiting a Service Canada location in person. A clear action plan for May 2026. I want to leave you with a simple, numbered plan. You do not need to do all of these at once. Work through them one at a time. 1. If you have not filed your 2025 income tax return, file it this week. Do not wait. Use a free tax clinic, a trusted family member, an accountant, or the CRA's own free services. 2. If you have filed, log in to My CRA account and confirm your return shows as assessed. If it shows anything else, call the CRA at 1-800-959-8281. 3. If you are not receiving GIS and you think you might qualify, call Service Canada at 1-800-277-9914 and ask about your eligibility. They will tell you honestly whether you qualify and help you apply. 4. If your income in 2026 will be meaningfully lower than your 2025 income, for any reason, ask Service Canada about the Statement of Estimated Income Form ISP 3041. This can increase your GIS sooner rather than later. 5. If you receive benefits by check, set up direct deposit. Call 1-800-277-9914 or visit canada.gc.ca MySKA. 6. Make sure your address is current with both the CRA and Service Canada. If you have moved, update both separately. They do not automatically share address changes. 7. If you have a spouse or common law partner who also needs to file, make sure their return is filed as well. GIS for couples is calculated on combined household income, and both returns need to be on file. 8. Set a reminder for yourself each year. April 30th is the tax filing deadline, and protecting your GIS starts with that date. A reminder in your phone or calendar in early March each year gives you time to gather documents and get help if you need it. Where to get official information. Everything I have shared with you today comes from official Government of Canada sources. If you want to verify anything I have said or learn more, here is where to go. For GIS information, payment amounts, and eligibility, canada.ca. Search Guaranteed Income Supplement. To check your tax return status or set up CRA direct deposit, canada.ca My CRA account. To access your Service Canada account, check your OAS and GIS details or update personal information, canada.gc.ca MySKA. To call Service Canada directly, 1-800-277-9914. To call the CRA directly, 1-800-959-8281. To find a free tax clinic near you, canada.ca. Search Free Tax Clinic. Closing. That is everything you need to know right now. The GIS is money you have earned the right to receive. It is there to help you live with dignity. The only thing standing between you and that benefit is a tax return, and there is free help available if you need it. If this video was useful to you, please share it with another senior in your life, a neighbor, a family member, a friend at your community center. The 240,000 Canadians who qualify for GIS but are not receiving it are not lazy or uninformed. They simply were not told clearly enough by someone they trusted that the money was there for them. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourself.